Here you go. And welcome to the Pokémon GO Podcast that relies solely on the Rock Out of Podcasting to show up. Because when I'm not here, Joe is. Don't choke me,
Oh,
Joe.
is that what I'm doing?
No, don't choke me. Stop using force. But face. I was going to say Joe's so distraught, he's got a headache, but now I can't do that because he choked me Darth Vader style.
It couldn't be a stress headache from the craziness that's been going on lately in my life.
No, of course not. It is you missed your favorite person in the world. I missed you too, Joe.
Oh, man.
So last week, early on in the week, I actually realized I was going to have to be out of town again. I honestly don't know. I mean, it kind of settled some during the summer, and I've been on more consistently with my shows, but it just things have come up and down with my career and things going on. So I don't know how consistent I can be, but I try. But anyway, I let Joe know, hey, man, I knew it was coming. I forgot it was coming. I'm going to be out of town on Thursday. And I said, maybe talk to Ibbot. And you did reach out to Ibbot, but then you got your migraine and just wasn't up for it. And that's fair. That's fine. You missed me. It's okay. It's all right. Ibbot, I love Ibbot too, but he's no rock god.
That's right.
There's the title.
He's
no rock god.
He's the bicycle god of podcasting.
Oh man, you want to talk about ride? Before the show, Joe and I were talking about this motorcycle ride I did last weekend, which I'll post some pictures and whatnot. I keep meaning to post them, I just haven't yet. So I'll post that and share it with the world. But Ibbot, I know with COVID he hadn't done it in a little while, but he did 150-mile bike ride over 2 or 3 days to support, raise money and support autism research and awareness and Alzheimer's research. Sorry, Alzheimer's research.
That makes sense because his grandma had Alzheimer's, right?
Somebody in his family, yeah. So, no, I would say I'm jealous, but I'm not because I have zero desire to get on a bike for that long. But good on you, sir. But that's not what we called to talk about, man. Okay, I'll give you my experience of the week. I think I caught a few things. I'm actually hatching an egg now. I think I did catch 1 or 2 new things. I am missing the invites by that much. And for the podcast, I'm holding up my fingers minimally, right? I swear, Joe, the other night I looked down and it said, I don't know who it was. I'm Nolte's here. I'm saying M. Nolte invited you to raid. And it says now, which means it just came in as opposed to a minute ago or 2 minutes ago. I'm like, cool. And it wasn't you, Nolte. It was somebody else. I just can't remember who it was. And so I go, cool, I can get in this raid. I'm on time. Nothing. I open up the game. There were no invites, no nothing. And the rest of them have been 2 minutes ago. Somebody invited you. 3 minutes ago, somebody invited you. I think I did a Verizon raid. You know what? Tell me again how I searched 14 days on my Pokemon.
Age 0-14.
Okay. Age space 0-14?
No space.
Just age 0
Yep.
hyphen 14. Yeah, a Tracheon. I did a Tracheon raid with somebody. I did do a Verizon, but didn't win. Evolved a Bisharp. That's one of my big. What was the date on that? It's obviously in the last 14 days. It says hatched 11/7/2021. Received 11. Oh, I guess I hatched a. No, I think I hatched a Ponyard and immediately dumped a bunch of candy into him to get him to Bisharp. But yeah, I got Bisharp on 11/7. Saw a couple events come and go, and I'm gonna tell you, Joe, if this is what it's like waking up out of a coma to the zombie apocalypse, just kill me now.
So many hats.
Oh my God! I wake up from a 2-week Pokemon coma. I go, why is there a snowball on an Infernape? I don't understand. Then I realize it's some kind of hat that I thought was a yarmulke for a second. Dude.
Oh,
if you like it, you like it. But This is my ego, man. I think Uncle Hanky's trolling me. I think Uncle Hanky knows how much I dislike the hats. So it's like, more hats! Get for Christmas.
So many hats.
And so, Joe, how's your experience?
I've been hatching a bunch of stuff. I caught a Darkrai. But yeah, that's mostly it. I mean, I've hatched quite a few espers out of 10k eggs lately. I'm like, can I be done with espers, please? Can I get another Axew? It's been forever since I think I've only ever hatched one Axew. And I saw a thread on I saw a thread on Reddit a couple weeks back. And there's a lot of people that are like,
okay, what is
where are the Axew? Come on.
Yeah.
This guy Axew.
What does he evolve into?
Haxorus.
And for you?
Haxorus. Is that his final form? Let's see. Axew. He's a pseudo legendary from
this little monkey had a red hat.
Generation 5. So Fracture and then Haxorus.
Okay.
The Axe Jaw.
I'm
Pokemon.
sure I just mislooked at something, but I could have sworn this monkey and Piplup had red hats on the other day, and now he's got a white hat on. So maybe I did not see the red hat that I thought I saw.
Red Hat Linux.
Yeah, you can't get hired there either.
It's true. I can't get hired there. They don't want me, and I don't want them.
And I can't get rid of you, so it's all right. I'll live with it. Do not. Okay, you can at me because we could use some ads. I was gonna say, do not email me or at me. I'm joking, but you know what? If you want more, if you crave the Joe, then add us all day long at Pokemon GO Pod.
It's true.
There.
It's true. Let's go ahead and see what we have in the Discord. How do people get into that Discord?
I'm gonna try the word Discord and see what happens. Hey, it worked. Patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast is Patreon. No. Oh, tiny.cc. There it is. Yes. Okay, Joe. It's been a minute. My brain. Like I said, I legit. I've been in meetings all day doing some big pivotal things with my companies. It's been a day, and it's been 2 weeks since I've been on the show. Yes, patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast. You can join with us there. And we have a channel. I think they got rid of it actually on Run Jump Stomp. He's trying to help out and give us a Discord channel in his group, but not enough people there were interested. And honestly, Joe and I, look.
Unless people add us, I didn't.
If we can spend time in Discord, we do it in our own Discord. Which
I spend time in our own Discord.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm the absentee father that shows up 2 times a year with presents. That's what I do. I mean, if you tag me, I show up, but it's a hard knock life for us. So yeah, if you're in the chat and you see the tiny.cc, it probably doesn't work anymore. But patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, which is where you can support the show. And we actually have a new patron tonight that we're gonna give a shout out to, and we'll get to that later. But what is US Nate Scout, who is, I think I'm mad at the name because it's probably more accurate than I want to give it credit to. Gotcha Gang Leader.
The Gotcha Gang Leader. US Nate Scout. Yeah.
Why does Turtle have a white hat? What's with the hats? All right, what is Nate Scout got going on? A not hat?
Oh, I'm telling you, you've got to become a cyber cowboy and just start shooting those hats off. US Nate Scout got a late night shiny. And yes, Charles, I caught it. It just looked cooler like this than with all the numbers around it. So you've called out people in the past for showing the catch screen instead of the caught screen.
You guys, lies. The internet's full of lies.
So US Nate Scout got himself a shiny Electrike. And then Popeye showing off his Shadow Lugia. I wonder how those IVs would hold up for PvP. So it's 8, 14. It looks like. I haven't looked at the benchmarks for Shadow Lugia, but pretty awesome stuff. Pretty awesome stuff. Kittens and High Fives apparently started playing July 2020. So Kittens and High Fives is actually a relatively new player considering, and hit 40 5 days before New Year's. So in
Oh,
6 months, because he wanted that legacy 40. Because I can't remember what the bonus was, but there was a bonus if you hit 40 before the end of last year. And then we've
yeah,
what's that?
I did that one.
Yep. Kittens and High Fives with 100% fungus.
You know what Kittens and High Fives doesn't have? The ability to follow instructions on how to leave a speak pipe. Because he asked, and I gave it to him, and he won't give us a kittens and knives. Yeah, pokey tease.
Oh man. And then he's got a good PvP Chin Chow. Well, that he'll evolve into Lantern, and then show it off the cards. So you and I don't really collect the cards, but some of these cards have such amazing artwork. Like, look at that Vaporeon. That is a sweet Vaporeon.
Fact that's protected tells me it's probably worth something too.
Sylveon GX. Yeah. Well, and these are
All holographs.
they're like the thick card savers. I wonder if he's just got him in there to save him, or if he's actually planning on sending him in to get graded.
Did you know it costs a lot of money to get a card or a comic book graded?
It does right now. It didn't used to, but yeah. Ever since there was a TCG boom, early last year, maybe late 2019. I can't remember. I didn't keep up with it, but yeah, the prices have skyrocketed just because they can't keep up with the number of submissions.
So right before I went to Atlanta Comic Con, I think Five Below is the store. They're selling packs of comics, and you can tell somebody just shoved some stuff. Like somebody who didn't know what comics were. Like, okay, here's 4, and that's how all those packs are. They're like $2, $3 for the pack to get 4 comics, and some of them relate to each other and some of them don't. But in this particular one, as all I did, I just kind of say, "Oh, what'd you get?" And I'm looking at it, and then it's just a solid black cover. And then I flip it over, thinking it's backwards, and then there was something else there, and I finally found the small print where it said something about limited edition or collector's edition or something. So I looked it up, and basically, it is a collectible. Somebody should not have put it in that bag. And according to eBay, which is where I first searched these things, right? It's like $100. So I took it to the conference, or I took a picture of it. I'm not taking it to the conference until they said, yeah, I'd look at it and help you grade it or whatever. But I took a picture of it and showed it to a vendor. And that's when they said, yeah, no, it's going to be like $100 to $125 to get that graded. So unless you really believe it's worth $200 or $300 or more, I wouldn't grade it.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
okay.
yeah, the prices right now are so ridiculous that unless it's a really high end item, it's not worth it to get it graded.
All right, but these are cool cards.
Whereas back up a couple years, and it was like $8 to get stuff graded.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, and that's why there's actually been a couple of new grading companies come out that aren't quite as reputable just yet, but they're cheaper. Anyway, so we've got a Sylveon GX, a Reshiram GX, and none of these are the collection stuff because a lot of people are buying up the collection stuff. A shiny Espeon GX, and actually, I always forget which one is the default Sylveon because that might be a shiny Sylveon as well. Yeah, that is.
It's hard to tell with all the holograph stuff. I'm uneducated, so I wouldn't.
Well, Sylveon's normally pink, and there's the blue instead on this one.
Magical ribbon.
Yeah. And then Reshiram is very little different, so I have no idea whether that's supposed to be shiny or not. And then in game in Pokemon Go, ended up with a Virizion, a shiny Virizion.
Oh, I'm jealous. Well, wait. He's quoting me here, or he's tagging me. Full disclosure on the Verizon. This week, my wife, who's way more filthy casual on the Rock God podcasting, hatched a Shundo Berserker. Yeah, that's a shiny hundo for those of you who don't know. Got a shiny Terrakion first raid. I told her if she fell asleep, I was going to do raids and take it. If I got it. On her account, again, first try. I took it. I battled that raid. Oh, and these. He's got level 44. You know what? Good on you. Good on you.
See, you might like this guy when he finally gets over to Pokemon Go,
Ooh, like
Urshifu.
your Urshifu.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then we've got a Colossal VMAX. It's kind of hard to tell what it actually
That just
looks
looks like
like.
a Roku 9000. You know.
Yeah, like a red blob. Zapdos. Good stuff there. Yeah, so there's a bunch of other great pools that he got, but didn't want to clog it up more than he did. He says
You know
he
what, Joe?
owes us an email.
Do we not have a TCG room in our Discord?
No, but we can make one. We can
Yeah,
certainly make one.
they can clog that up all day long. I like looking at them.
Yeah, no, I do too.
I'm not saying don't share with your experience. I mean, share like the highlights in your experience of the week. But there's no reason why we can't have a room. I'm sure other people are interested in the cards and seeing what he's got.
Oh yeah, no, I'll make a room.
Cool.
I'll make it. I'll make it happen. And then we've got Hallowed Robin showing off some new shinies: a Teddy Ursa, Chansey, and Machop. All the green crew. So many green shinies. Yeah. Duly noted with a shiny Pidgey and a shiny Cubone. Mr. Tamarine with a shiny Shadow Gligar.
Mm.
And then we've got Shiftworks with a shiny Terrakion. Man, that coloration is kind of
it really pops.
It throws me off because of how vibrant it is.
Yeah.
But then I mean Cobalion too kind of has it almost looks like it should be an electric type cuz it's just the shiny Cobalion
with the horns being not quite electric yellow and the wings. Yeah, I get.
Yeah, Cobalion. So that was Shiftworks with the shiny Terrakion and the shiny Cobalion. Canned Beans with his with the first Shundo they've ever gotten, Swablu. So nice stuff there, the golden little Swablu. I just realized that Canned Beans, their profile picture is an anime. It's a pretty good anime too. Devosite, which is new as of a couple weeks ago, right? Didn't we talk about it on talk about Devosite in the last? Yep. So Devosite, new to our Discord here. His wife, me and my, and then he cut off. So I think he forgot to type it. But I think he shared a picture. Maybe it was in a different part of chat. It must have been a different part of chat. I think it was him and his son, if I remember correctly, from the other chat room. Went to the St. Louis Safari Zone this past weekend. So, and had a lot of fun there, showing off a shiny Turtwig, shiny Cobalion, shiny Rayquaza, shiny Virizion, shiny Jigglypuff, and then Popeye pops in with a shiny Cresselia, and Hallowed Robin pops in again with two shiny Virizion and two shiny Pincers. Then Nolte showing off some Hundos, a Badoo, and a why am I blanking on Bisharp's first form? Ponyard. Ponyard. Yep.
I got it first. Ah!
And then, well, I mean, you just did evolve one.
So I deserve a whole level of evolution because I got that.
You just evolved.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the filthy casual, you're the muddy casual. I don't know. That's an upgrade, right? Yeah. Oh man. And then Nolte also showing off some new shinies: a Cresselia, Terrakion, Chansey, and Shadow Gligar. Devosite popping in with a 98% Frostlass. And then Coach Kev. Ooh, that's a lot of new hundos from the last 2 weeks. So two Bulbasaur, a Chatot, a Burmy, Seal, Volibee, Tynamo, and Dedenne. Already with a hundo Dedenne. Nice. And then actually, I wonder where Coach Kev is that he ended up with a shiny or with a hundo Chatot. unless he traded for it, maybe. But no, if he traded for it, it wouldn't show up in the age. And then showing off. Oh wait, was Chatot at the? Chatot might have been at the St. Louis Safari Zone.
Oh yeah, sure.
Um, I can't remember what the specialties was there. I didn't pay attention because we didn't participate. Um, and then showing off the shinies. This was Coach Kev. Happiny, shiny Turtwig, Piplup, Vullaby, Ferrothorn, Ferroseed, Trapinch, Turtwig, another Turtwig. Actually, one of the Turtwigs has a hat and one doesn't. Teddiursa, Virizion, Pichu, and Terrakion.
And Nolte did confirm that Chatot was part of Safari Zone.
Okay, yeah. Well, not yeah, Nolte did. Yep. Yeah, I suspected it was because it is a regional. So, but yep.
And our discussion from last week is, why does Joe get so upset when Charles is gone? And the answers are because Charles is awesome. So with all that response being said, I think now's a good time to take a break, Joe.
What? Okay. I mean, we can take a break.
What am I missing?
We do the discussion of the week.
But we've been gone for 2 weeks. What discussion?
But we had one from 2 weeks ago.
Did we? Okay, yes. Let's do it. I actually thought we didn't have one.
It was your discussion. It was what is your favorite aspect of the game and what keeps you playing it after all this time?
Yeah, I actually had a smart moment. Yeah, when we did the show Breakfast at Dead Denise.
So we've got a couple of responses here on
Spotify.
Okay. You want to do the one on Spotify real quick?
Sure, I'll do that one. Prankster Dude wrote in, says Nintendo and anime. They are different. They are very different, sorry. They're very lovable. The anime is always very nice, and the Nintendo games are all very creative, such as new Pokemon Snap. So there you go. It's I can see where there are two different veins there, but yeah, the anime and because Nintendo did the games, that's what keeps Prankster Dude going on there. What did you find over on Reddit?
All right, so we've got two responses here, one from Mr. Tambourine and one from Budget Bar 1123. So Mr. Tambourine says, without a doubt, my favorite aspect of the game is the community. I 100% agree with that, especially in regards to Pokemon Go. He says, I was in my late 30s when Pokemon came out, so I do not share the same sense of nostalgia that others have. I also have never played any of the main series games. All that being said, while Pokemon Go appeals to the collector side of my personality, the game is really just a get out there and grind type of game. It's the community that keeps bringing me back. The chance to meet new people and meet new friends, and getting a little fresh air and exercise separates this game from others. Also, the bonding experience I have with my younger son has been great, and it is my sincerest hope that it will provide him with the fondest of memories.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty wholesome right there.
It is. And I want to piggyback on that a little bit of what I like about the Pokemon franchise is exactly what you just said with the memories and the kids. I've told the stories before about how I only got into the trading card game because my daughter started picking up on it. My oldest daughter, she's 15 now. I think she was 9 or 10 and started getting into it. So I bought her cards and we learned to play. Because I wanted to spend time with her, and it was great. We have good memories. Now my youngest daughter, Zoe, keeps grabbing the Switch, and she started playing on my account, which is fine, on the Pokemon Let's Go. And I told her she was trying to like, what's Pokemon Go Parks like? I explained it, and she's playing. I was like, it's fine that you play with mine. And I've got some decent Pokemon there, so on and so forth. However, she's at that age. She's 9, and she's at that age where she loves to watch the videos on YouTube of how to play the game. So like her brother is 10, he's in Minecraft. So he's watching the Minecraft videos and how to build this and that and so on and so forth. So I told her, like, hey, why don't you go back to starting your own game so that you can learn really how to manage your Pokemon, because the game's really good at teaching you that, and watch your videos on how to do better. And so she and I, you're starting to bond over that a little bit. So I'm right there with you, that wholesome memories and raids. And Buman, I don't know how to say it, Bueller. So Joe's not spoofing. We always like the first time chatters, let people know. He's literally sitting in his yard. right? So whatever pops up there, he's getting. So there's no raids near him, and we couldn't get to it. So unless there's a remote raid that you put in there. All right. What was the next answer, Joe, off of Reddit?
All right, the next one comes to us from Budget Bar 1123. They say, I'm mostly free to play apart from the odd event. I travel a lot for work and enjoy dropping my mons in gyms and getting coins without paying. Pre-COVID, I'd love a proper community day shiny chase with the locals. Still enjoy them, but they are not the same without the people. And I definitely feel that. I've gone to my normal um, park that I normally do community day at during community day, and there's not nearly the number of people there that there
Um,
was, 2 years
as-
ago.
yeah, I get that. And for me, it's a little better because as odd as it sounds, when I'm just out in public, I'm kind of antisocial. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't really, for whatever reason, like talking to people I don't know. But I'm at a conference like Dragon Con or a podcast conference when I'm in my element, when I'm doing business, I'm very social. So I get why you miss it. I absolutely get it because I'm not being bugged by people trying to talk to me. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. But then I realize I'm the 1%er that doesn't want people around, and 99% of people who play this game do want it, and it can make it a lot better. And don't get me wrong, I've definitely had great experiences playing with people. I just don't like it for some reason. But it is weird. I'll tell you, Joe. The last time I was on the Covington Square for community day or whatever it was, just not a lot of people. Even if you're not talking to me, which I prefer, unless you're listening to the show, then you come talk to me. Um, this is the first community day I went out. Tons of people. And you knew what they were doing. They're all looking at their phones and they're chatting with each other. So I get it. I get it. What's your answer, Joe? What keeps you tied to the property of Pokemon?
It's definitely the community, especially the community that we've built around the podcast itself. We've got a lot of great listeners, and I love interacting with them. Um, but the reason why I initially even got into Pokemon is it's definitely 100% the nostalgia factor. When I heard they were making Pokemon Go, and I saw that first trailer, I was like, yes, yes, 100%. I am playing that game. Um, and and a lot of the reason why I hopped in on the podcast early on with Bo was because I wanted someone to talk to about the
Yeah.
game about, and so yeah, no, I and I get it when you go out and you don't necessarily want to talk to randos, um, but most of the time before when I would go for community day at the park, I'd see at least a handful of people that I've known for quite some time, and I don't see them anymore. Now, granted, I found out recently that one of them has had like 8 eye surgeries in the last 6 months, so there's reasons why he's not out and about on community day. But yeah, just it feels like a lot of people are either dropping the game or um, playing more casually in general, which isn't a bad thing because I mean Niantic is still making bank, so we're still going to have the game for a long time. But I do miss the interactions. So,
Thanks for depressing everybody, Joe. We appreciate you.
but like not Nolte, like Mr. Tambourine said, um, I do take my kids out, and they enjoy catching Pokemon on my phone as well. So I'll pull it up and I'll show them, hey, look at this Pokemon right here, and immediately both of them be like, can I catch it? Can I catch it? I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, no, here you go for it. And
Yeah.
so yes, they like catching and they like to battle. Like I'll be driving and I'll have it pulled up with my Go Plus connected to it, and I'll see that a raid invite came through, and so I'll grab my phone and hand it back to one of my kids and be like, "Here, do this raid for me," And
Yep.
then and then after the raid is done, I'm like, okay, now normally you can catch stuff, but this is a legendary. Let me catch it, and so after we get to where we're going, I'll just leave it up on the catch screen. After we get to where we're going,
Right.
I'll catch it. But yeah, so it's fun. It's fun, and now that our toddler is no longer in a stroller, I'm not trying. I don't have to try to push the stroller while trying to catch with my other hand and whatnot. So he can run along with me. So that's a benefit as well. So, but yeah, lots of fun. Although this weekend's community day, we'll have to see how much I get out because my my oldest, it's his birthday this Sunday, so we'll see.
What are you doing for him? You gonna throw Pokeballs at him until he pops?
just keep throwing. No, I need to get him. You know what? I just need to get him a Pokeball blanket and then just bundle him up and be like, "All right, I caught you. Let's go." Just carry him. Nothing. No reaction. For a brief second, I literally thought you froze. That your connection
I
froze.
win the joke off. And with that being said, we are man, it's time to hit that break because you got about 30 minutes to burn through the headlines, Joe. Let's see if we can do it. We're back after this.
Boom.
All right, we're coming back right now.
My name is Cheeky Nashville. This is Cheeky Nashville, and I'm from Nashville. I play so hard that I need an Advil. I listen to the show, y'all already know. Charles is okay, but I crave the Joe. It took Charles 4 years to hit the 40th
Fraud! But we missed you, Cheeky. We missed you. All right, Joe, we got some headlines to get into here.
Yeah, we do.
All right, celebrate the release of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. They're just running out of names. Is this a re-release of Diamond and Pearl?
Yes, it is. It's a re-release of Diamond and Pearl. It's so every 4 to 6 years they do a re-release of the games, and there is a reason why earlier you were like, I thought he had a red hat. No, he's got a white hat.
They did have red hats.
They did have red hats. And so, yeah, this is just a short event that lasts until this Sunday. And it includes half incubator distance and 1/3 super incubator distance. I think that's the first time I've seen them split up the incubators like that. Because normally it's just incubator in general distance bonus. Interesting. Anyway, and then they've got the different hats. So the red hat is Lucas's hat from the game, and the white hat is Dawn's hat from the game. And you can find these as shinies as well. And then you can get a bundle that has
what? I can buy hats? Tell me more.
No, not hats. You can get onesies, Pokemon onesies for your character. I mean, you can, there is another bundle with that you can grab for no cost that is a full set of hats and whatnot. But
I will just go ahead and say that's a non-starter for me.
you don't want that? Why not?
So, what else can you get in this bundle?
Oh man. See, look at how good this man, why is it zoomed in weird? Look, isn't that such a great hat? No. I'm
not even looking at your screen. I'm just scrolling on through the announcement, man. You ain't gonna get me. So there are more people in the wild. You can get some more shinies, which people did. Scyther, Larvitar, Burmy, and Weasel were the lucky shiny. Like, if you're lucky, you might encounter these shinies. Raids. Yeah, you know what?
New stickers. Yay.
Woo. You know what? I have way backed off the stickers. They really took my attention off the stickers with all these hats. tell you. I mean, haters gonna hate. I gotta have something to hate on, and they're doing a great job with the hats, making me hate on them. So it's all good. Oh, okay. I always kind of look through for something special. Let's go to Cresselia. It's coming in 5-star raids, or was in 5-star raids.
Is right
Is
now
in 5.
until
Okay.
Sunday.
All right.
Well-
Well, by the time this goes out podcast, it might be was. And then the mega raids is Lopunny, but that's not what got my attention. What got my attention was Mime Juniors in the 7K eggs, and possibly even a shiny Mime Juniors in the 7K. That's pretty cool.
But is he though?
You
Is
know,
he really?
how would they know?
Well,
How would they know?
let's scroll down, and yes, he
Real
actually
Lou,
is.
Well, it says it. Okay, I thought you knew it was on the announcement.
Well, no,
but
no,
that-
I'm looking at the announcement, but sometimes they region lock the eggs, which is what
Okay.
I was expecting. But what you can do in game. So I just went to a 7K egg that I don't currently have in an incubator, but I should probably stick in one. And it gives you. They made this change a while back, but it shows you what Pokemon are hatchable from it, and Mime Junior is in that list. So
Yeah. Cool. And I thought you were being more funny and sarcastic about, is he though? Because they could
Yeah.
just put, it feels like they do. They could just put Riolu in every 7K egg and like, oh, well, I guess you weren't lucky. You
I'd
didn't
be
find-"
okay with that.
Well, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, Rioli and Mime Junior are the ones that I would want out of this
Right.
lineup.
Well, how about, what
Badoo.
else? So,
Badoo and Bonsley.
those are still babies though. So I was trying to pick one that wasn't a baby, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Research tasks.
Well, they're all babies.
Okay. You got Burmy Trash and Burmy Sand. I still need to involve some of those. I forget. Bunches of shinies are in the games now, man. Everything's shiny. You know what? We're getting to a new world where it's going to be, look, I caught a normal Pidgey. Can you believe it? I got not a shiny one, a regular one. I don't want to live in that world. I want shiny. And then actually, but they're overlapping a little bit, right? Because starting today, as of 10 a.m. this morning of this recording, we've got the white hats out there that can be shiny as well.
So the red hats and stuff that we were just talking about are gone.
All right, yeah, but Cresselia is still in. What about the 7Ks? How long did the 7Ks go on?
The 7Ks are still the same
Today
until Sunday.
till Sunday. Okay.
Yep.
Did you looking for specials? Right. Everything's okay. Cresselia is still going to be in the raids. Mega Lopunny. And yeah, still Mime Junior. So maybe I can get me a 7K egg and get something fun out of it.
Maybe you can get a shiny Mime Junior.
Honestly, I'd be down for any of these shinies because I don't think I have most of them that are being featured during this event. So cool. Yeah, I bet there's people who are very happy that we're in a world where we're having event after event after event, to varying levels. Some are major events, some are little events. It's definitely it's way better than going 6 months between events, where I don't know if that's a real time frame, Joe, but early on, the first year or so, it felt like it took forever to get between events and have something special happen in the game. Wasn't it going from 2nd gen to 3rd gen that just like took forever to start releasing the next generation? And even I was like, hey, I'm a filthy casual, and I'm going, where are the Pokemon?
Yeah, Niantic's just been. They've been all over the place.
I
swear they're just throwing stuff at the dartboard.
Well, that could be. I will defend them because with any company starting up a game, I mean, go back to our first season. Anybody does anything for the first time, no matter how good you are at it, at other things, the first, it varies from project to project, but like in podcasting, the first 10 to 20 are always really rough, and it just really gets better from there. Same with games. I'd say the first year was rough in this game because they were figuring out what worked and what didn't work and putting out fires and fixing things. And, they turned a corner at the first Pokemon Go Fest where that one went horribly wrong.
Yeah,
but instead of crashing and burning or pissing everybody off or telling everybody they're wrong, they turned a corner, and it's just been steadily getting, depending on who you talk to, right? This is steadily getting better and better. I think arguably, while there might be some issues with the game and the company and how they do things, I think arguably this game is way better now than when it first started. So that'll be my defense of them a little bit.
That's true.
The final rescheduled Pokemon Go Safari event.
Yeah, so I
And
think we just need to hint on this one just a little bit. We talked about it briefly with oh shoot, why am I blanking on Decite? Hold on, let's see. Let me pull it up.
Divasite.
Divosite, yes, that's the one. Divosite seems like it was a great event, and the unknown featured were "I Lost You." I know that I know that it's supposed to be St. Louis, but the way
Oh, okay.
the way they put it in there, and they put it in alphabetical order, but it types "I lost you" in the announcement. So I just thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, so a lot of they are being very generous with the number of unknowns that they've been putting at events this year.
Let's be real. Unknowns are old. I mean, yes, if you're newer to the game or whatever, and there's probably still a few letters that maybe you're looking for, Joe. But for the most part, it's not that really ultra special. I can't find them anywhere. If you've been playing
Well, you can't find them
for a
anywhere
while,
really outside of events. I mean,
yeah,
technically you can, but they're super rare. Like probably outside of events, unknowns are probably the rarest spawn in the game or close to it.
and even then, though, as a filthy casual, I
Well,
probably had the alphabet.
well, I don't know. You can check actually in your Pokedex if you go to the unknown. But it they're just there as a collector item. Like they're useless for PvE, PvP, and for battling in general. So they're just there as a sticker box. But anyway, so yeah, all in all, sounds like it was a great event, and I haven't heard anything bad about it. They put out a new announcement the other day, yesterday. Pokemon Go is going to be doing a collaboration with.
Stop, collaborate, and listen. Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, but who you're listening to is going to be Ed Sheeran.
Oh, okay. That's good as Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, I'll allow it. All right, Chang.
I remember the taste of your Pokemon. I can't sing like Ed Sheeran. I just bombed that.
But yeah, no. Ed Sheeran is going to be doing a special performance.
Pikachu, I
And-
choose. I don't know the rest of it.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Come on.
So
Work with me, Joe. Sing it.
I don't know. So apparently,
All right,
what? Do you have Tourette's now?
No, this is a family show. I can't have Tourette's now.
So Ed Sheeran is going to be doing a performance through the app. So apparently on Monday at 11 a.m. PST, Ed Sheeran is going to be doing a performance that will feature songs from his new album and more. And then it has a list of songs here: Perfect, Bad Habits, Overpass Graffiti, Thinking Out Loud, First Times, and Shivers. And then the event surrounding this, so starting Monday from when he does his performance until Tuesday, November 30th, so that's through Thanksgiving, there will be, so apparently
Not live in the app. It sounds like it's going to be pre-recorded and you can start listening Monday, November 22nd to Tuesday, November 30th.
Maybe. But apparently Ed Sheeran, and the reason why they're showing Squirtle with glasses, apparently Ed Sheeran's favorite Pokemon, or the Pokemon he always chooses in the games, are water type Pokemon. And so this is going to be a themed event surrounding water type Pokemon. You can take a snapshot every day for a surprise, which I'm guessing will actually be it doesn't specify, but I'm guessing it'll be the Squirtle with the sunglasses.
It'll actually be Ed Sheeran photobomb.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran. You're going to catch the Ed Sheeran Pokemon. Yeah.
Let me tell you
You send him out into battles, and he's just punching the other Pokemon.
uh, no, he's a fun dude. I've seen him show up on a couple of different shows. The first time I saw him show up on a TV show was Undateable, and he just has a great sense of humor. Plays on his own memes. He made an appearance in Game of Thrones, and so then recently he appeared as himself on, I forget what show I was watching, but he appeared as himself, and one of the jokes was, "Don't you know who I am? I was on Game of Thrones." So I mean, he's a fun guy. Whatever you think about him outside of that, I think his music's fun. It's not for everybody, but I think it's fun. But he's a fun guy, so they picked an all right person to collaborate with. I mean, thank God it's not Travis McElroy, right? Or Travis, whatever his name is.
McElroy, yeah.
No, not McElroy. No. I'm talking about the rapper that just had. I think I said the wrong last name, but Travis Scott just had a big, bad, controversial thing happen.
Oh, the mosh pit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you get Squirtles. I'm all over the place tonight, people. I'm not apologizing.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, we get Ed Sheeran sweatshirts for people with a code. So there's a code to redeem.
There is.
Yeah. The following new avatar will be available November 22nd at 1 p.m. to the end until the end of the event. As the Equals sweatshirt. And there's a code here to get it. It'll be in the show notes, I'm sure, right, Joe? I'll link to it at least.
Yeah, and I just typed the code in chat. So
Okay.
on Android, you can enter that into the promos. On iOS, you'll have to go to rewards.nianticlabs.com
So like Monday or Tuesday, whatever the 22nd is.
Yeah, /Pokemon Go, blah blah blah.
So next Thursday, you might have to remind me to do it.
But yeah, so I mean, if you want to save it off,
we don't have a show next Thursday.
Yeah, it is Thanksgiving.
And you know what? You ungrateful poop faces haven't sent in any kind of voice speak pipes. So you know what kind of show you're gonna get? The one you deserve. Me just staring at the camera for an hour.
You're just gonna put it on a loop. You're gonna sit there.
You know what I might do? What I might do is, and this is a might, so definitely stay tuned. This is your thing. If you're on the podcast, definitely watch the Twitter because I will put it out through Twitter. If we're doing it, I might just do a hangout live show during that time. Because most of our Thanksgiving stuff's done during the day, so it depends on what's going on with the family or whatever. But might come down here and just from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, like boom, Pokemon Go. We're
maybe
live.
You could do some PvP.
Yeah, maybe so. Who knows? But if you're interested in that, one, add us at Pokemon Go Pod on Twitter. Two, if you're in our Discord, tag us. Let us know you're interested in hanging out on Discord maybe that night. And three, send us some audio to play. All right. Enough of me trying to get. I'm just trying to get other people to create the show for me, and I just sit back and watch. That's all I'm trying to do.
PokemonGoPodcast.com. There's a green speak pipe button on the right. Leave us a speak pipe. Or if you want to record it on your own, you can send it to us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com.
And there's another graphic with the code in there just for the sweatshirt. So I'm glad that you got a couple different sources to help out there. That was good. Joe does a lot of great work. And then Legends of Lima, they broke down this is a great graphic. They broke down, what's going on with it.
They're saying that that's field research. I was going to say there's a question mark next to the camera. Never mind. I was like, they're saying that the camera but yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, get excited, man. I think it's better to be slightly disappointed after you got excited than not to get excited.
Well, and they're all starters. So all of the featured Pokemon are the water starters for the first 6 generations, aka the generations that have been released into the game.
That's where I didn't get credit for my great joke when I said the onesies are a non-starter for me.
No, I understood.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you? Hey, that's a beautiful painting behind you.
Now I've got to buy you a giant onesie.
You know what? If anybody in this audience buys me a giant Snorlax onesie, I'll wear it on the show.
It's got to be big though, because you're what, 6'3"?
Yeah. Now I'm 6'7", 350 pounds.
You're 6'7"? Why did I
Yeah.
think you were only 6'3"? I'm just
I'm
short.
taller than you, Joe, so I don't know what you thought.
I'm just short. When I start looking up, perspective goes all whack.
Yeah, because you're used to being the tall one, but you're not when you're with me.
I'm not used to being tall.
My t-shirt sizes, I go for like a 4X to be comfortable. So good luck finding a onesie that'll fit me. But if you do, I'll wear it. I'll wear it every show between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Which is what?
Every show. Okay.
Yeah, well, every Pokemon Go show between well, it's not like I'm gonna take it off for FTH Beyond. Yeah, let's be real. But
so you're gonna wear it for FTH Beyond too.
It might be like 3 episodes. And I tell you, if it might take you time, right? If you find one, it might take you time to get it wherever from China, Tent Factory, or wherever you're gonna order it. So I'll do it for a month. Whenever if one ever comes in. And I swear to God, I am not wearing a Squirtle or a Pikachu, and definitely not one with the hat. I'll tell you that right now. Ain't gonna happen. But yeah, some of the other ones, sure, I'll do that.
Oh.
That's really what you sickos want. You'll get it. So what's going on with the end of the year community day catch up?
But if it was a Hulk onesie, he'd wear that every day for the rest of his life.
I would be doing some Instagram videos other with the Hulk onesie. I'm not even gonna lie.
He'd go
full
Lou Ferrigno in public. Oh man. All right, where are we going? December Community Day. Again, this is no surprise. It's going to be featuring basically all of the. Well, I guess it is somewhat of a surprise because I don't think it's. Did I read that it wasn't all of the Pokemon? It's just from the last couple of years, or is it all of them?
Well, typically, no, because the first
so familiar faces from 2020 and 2021. So it's
the last 2 years.
Yeah, so for the last 2 years, so it's not going to be everybody from everywhere. Although they are including a lot of previous Community Day Pokemon, specifically in eggs, in 2K eggs, and in raids. So if there was one of the older ones that you were really looking for, then it'll be there. But also, you can evolve them, and it has a huge list of the Community Day moves that if you evolve them, that you will get.
Bond Chinese.
Yeah.
Bond Chinese.
But yeah, this will be on December 18th and 19th. The typical 6 hours, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Buy your tickets now.
Well, I mean, there is the $1 ticket if you wanted to get that.
I was gonna wait and see how long that hung because somebody out there's like ticket. They're selling ticket. Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you. They're not selling tickets. Community days aren't ticketed, other than the extra thing.
Yeah, so there's always bonuses, but there's actually some extra bonuses this time, with 25% reduced Stardust cost for trades and an extra special trade per day, and that's not just Saturday and Sunday, but those bonuses actually start Friday afternoon, and last until Sunday midnight, basically.
Field research task get you Mega Energy for Charizard, Beedrill, Gengar, Gyarados, and Altaria. And then a bundle.
Yeah,
right?
And they
1280 for 1280 Pokecoins. You got 50 Ultra Balls, 6 star pieces, 1 Elite Fast TM, and an Elite Charged TM, and then 30 Ultra Balls will be available at the shop at no cost during that time. So.
Yep. And then in addition to that stuff, they did announce that they have increased the Pokemon storage cap and the item bag cap. Now, just because they've increased it, that doesn't mean you automatically get that. You still have to pay for it. But you can basically, they're like, hey, you can spend more Pokecoins. Huzzah! And then the breakdown is for Saturday. It's going to have Machop, Roselia, Swablu, Gibble, Snivy, and Fletchling. And then on Sunday, there's going to be Charles's favorite Eevee, Duskull, Shinx, Tepig, and Oshawott. So, all right.
Whatever. No, it'll be fun. I actually, whether I remember or not, and it's okay, whether I remember or not, I think this end of the year community day is always a fun time. You get to catch up on the things you missed. They do it for 2 days. There's a bunch of extra stuff that goes with it. It's a great way to end the year. I'm all for this. Is the one I'm always like, no, this is great. I'm all for the end of the year, community day catch up. It's a lot of fun. What else we got there? You did the 5,000. Yeah. Joe, are you pushing that line about the spots and the storage?
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly deleting stuff because I'm bumping into that, but I haven't upgraded mine all the way. My Pokemon storage is at 3,200, and
Why do you have 32? What do you need it for? I have 550 and I just kill them all.
he just kills all the Pokemon. He's a
Well,
mass
they get so
murderer.
far much state. Yeah, same.
So you have 500?
550 spots for Pokemon, and I have 1,150 item spots, and I just cycle out what I don't need. Now I get it. Maybe if I actually played more, that may it might be worth it. But that's 5,000 and 4,000 seems like a lot. There's not even 5,000 Pokemon, right? You've caught them all and then some at that point.
I just typed in shiny to see how many shinies I have. I don't have enough to fill up your entire roster, but I do have.
I see what you're doing there.
I do have 320 shiny Pokemon. But yeah, no, you should probably upgrade that at some point. But yeah. Mr. Drix, yes, you can get banned for spoofing. No, we are not spoofing. So this next announcement, Pokemon Go has been nominated and is the only mobile game to get nominated for Ultimate Game of All Time Award at the 2021 Golden Joysticks Awards.
That's interesting that that's the only one that's been nominated.
Well,
now
the only mobile game. You got to remember, this is going for
only. You're right. Only mobile game.
Yeah.
I can see the big picture now. Yeah, let's see the list. All right, at a glance, this is a great list. This is Ultimate Game of All Time, which is always gonna be arguable, whatever, but it's a good list. Minecraft, The Last of Us, Doom 93, Tetris. I'm not gonna read all of them. Space Invaders, like the original Atari Space Invaders. Yeah. Pac-Man, Half-Life 2, Dark Souls, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then Pokemon Go, Portal. Lots of great stuff on here. Joe, do you think it's gonna win?
No. If it does, I will actually be disappointed. Like, I like Pokemon Go and all,
right?
But this is a stacked list.
But see, here's where if we did a game show, we'd do a whole show just on this list. Absolutely, because I'd argue with you that Half-Life 2 was probably more pivotal than most of these games. But then there's Super Mario 64 and there's Super Mario Kart. There's a lot of pivotal games here. And when I say pivotal, it's not just, wow, that was a fun game. No, it changed how we viewed or played games. And a lot of these fall into that category.
Yeah. I
think it's a dumb category. I think you're just asking for hatred and trouble to choose one of these, man. This should be like a lifetime achievement award where you don't just win it. Multiple people can be on it and be honored, or Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Where you induct 4 or 5 bands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I get it. It like Pokemon Go introduced to brand new technology, brand new way of playing, all that. Well, I guess I shouldn't say introduced because Ingress was already out. But let's face it, most people hadn't heard of Ingress or Niantic until Pokemon Go.
Sure.
So yeah, Ingress was a little drop in the bucket, whereas Pokemon Go is the rest of the bucket. When it comes to AR games. And but at the same time, yes, Pokemon Go has had a big splash, but if you're talking about ultimate game of all time, I
would argue it's not just splash. I'll argue that it revolutionized and changed the way mobile games were viewed and played forever. They were going down this, offense, but they were going down this Candy Crush path of everything was just temporary, and Candy Crush 2 and Candy Crush 3, and you were just putting new skins on the same game. And Pokemon went, nope, this is how we're going to, and the clones have not caught it. The Ghostbusters clone did not catch it. Jurassic Park did not catch on the same. I think
well, even other Niantic ones haven't caught on the same.
Exactly. So it is iconic for sure, and it deserves to be on the list. I just think I just do not envy the I don't even pity the fool who's going to have to choose the one, off that list. That's not.
Yeah. Well, because like Minecraft is the most profitable out of all of these because it's been around forever, and it's made just tons of money. But I wouldn't say it's the ultimate game just because it's made the most sales.
All right. Well, before we finish up, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we do.
What would be the ultimate mobile game?
You know what? Let's take this list and we will ask. Let's ask people. I think this is a good discussion for everybody. Which of these do you think should win? Which of these do you think is the ultimate game of all time? And we're going to put that into a discussion post for this next week.
So. I like it, man. It's a good question. And with that, we got to wrap this stuff up here. New patron, Mo618. Welcome aboard. And Joe, go ahead and say what you want to say. Go ahead and do it.
What do I want to say?
Who would you like to say welcome to?
Mo.
Joe did it all. Joe did it for Patreon. He's just over to, Joe wants to say thanks and welcome to Mo's. First, you yelled at me when you heard his name. So, welcome. Like
it's true. I mean, I haven't had Mo's in over a decade, and according to a certain rock god, I am. My mind is playing tricks on me at the quality of Mo's.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Before we get the time check here, I want to give a shout out. Squid is the Beast made it in live. I know Squid doesn't get to make it very often, and it was one of our most prolific Twitter interactors of all time. So I'm glad to see you tonight, Squid. Welcome aboard. Joe, what time is it?
It is time for random trivia. And I was talking earlier about Axew, and I decided we should do an Axew trivia night. So, Axew is the Tusk Pokemon. It evolves into Fracture and then Haxorus. It is one of the pseudo legendaries. It was released in Generation 5. It is a dragon type Pokemon. Axew, I think I already said this, is the Tusk Pokemon. Fracture and Haxorus are the Axe Jaw Pokemon. Axew's Pokedex entry says they use their tusks to crush the berries they eat. Repeated regrowths make their tusks strong and sharp. And then Axew is based off of a Dysonodonts. I'm sure I butchered that all kinds of ways, but it's a
vacuum cleaner from Australia?
No, it apparently the name means two dog tooth. It is a dinosaur from the Triassic period, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so that's apparently, from the Permian era. So it's based off of a off of a dinosaur. Axew is a combination of axe and chew, or it could be axe and hew, which I would go with axe and hew personally, since hew, chop with its tusks, chop, chop, chop. Anyway, Fracture, its Pokedex entry says, since a broken tusk will not grow back, they diligently sharpen their tusks on river rocks after they've been fighting. So yeah, they keep them nice and sharp so that when they attack, they can just cut instead of having any hindrances there. Fracture is a combination of fracture and axe, because the spelling in the middle is an X, so it's like fracture, but anyway, an X instead of the CT in the middle. Haxorus. If you have a bunch of Haxorus in Pokemon Go, I wonder if you are hacking the game. It's Pokedex entry. I've seen a lot of people being like, Axews are nowhere in Pokemon Go. I've hatched one. I said this earlier. They're tough to come by. So anyway, Haxorus's Pokedex entry says, they are kind, but can be relentless when defending territory. They challenge foes with tusks that can cut steel. And actually, one of the Iris was her name. She had an Axew that she in the black and white games that she ended up evolving all the way up to a Haxorus by the end of the series. But Haxorus is a combination of hack, axe, and saurus, which makes sense. So, but yeah.
I can't with that Axew day, man. I got an Axew question. Kills me every time you say it. It's not you. It's just what I hear. But yeah. All righty then. Apparently, I closed my show notes at some point. Don't have them in front of me, but let me get that back open.
Well, you can reach out to us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. You can head on over to PokemonGoPodcast.com and leave us a speak pipe, especially since we are coming up on Thanksgiving. So if you wanted to leave us a speak pipe for our Thanksgiving special episode, that would be awesome. You can find us on Reddit, reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go Podcast, where you can see the different sources that we have, and you can also include your own sources or participate in the discussion of the week when we remember, because let's face it, it is a little hit or miss. But we do have a discussion this week, and it is out there, and I have linked it in the Twitch chat there. Speaking of Twitch, you can join us on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, at least when it's not a holiday like next week. And that is twitch.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. You can find, well, actually, you can't find us at facebook.com right now because apparently we got brought down for quote unquote impersonation. We're impersonating our own podcast.
Yeah, this is the second time over like 6 years, but the second time Facebook's like, I'm pretty sure, Joe, when you texted me, I was like, didn't they do that to us the first year? It was like, oh, you're pretending to be yourself. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Anyway, so we're trying to work on that, but you can find us in the meantime, or just because you like Twitter better, at twitter.com/Pokemon Go Pod. You can find me personally on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. What about you, Charles?
Sorry, I'm just saying.
Charles doesn't remember his own Twitter handle. It is
first I thought the page was just gonna pop right up, and now it's not giving me any message. We'll get on it. Sorry. You can find me Rock Out Podcasting all across social media, and yeah, I'm being distracted by the Facebook message talking about our page and how wrong we are. But Charles McFall across the board. Check out One EMS. It's been a little draggy this past couple weeks. A lot of real life stuff happening, but I got on, talked about some EMS stuff going on in Georgia. Yeah, somebody was driving an ambulance drunk and killed somebody. And it was
we talked about that a bit on the pre-show.
We did a little bit. So, yeah, the pre-show you can get from patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. And tune in next week to hear, tune in 2 weeks from now to hear Joe say.
I just want to ask you how your Thanksgiving went.
Man, come on, no.